So the film starts and we see an academy named Jonathan. Joe used to work in a store comes up to a man who was staring at him very intently. But not every Jonathan pays much attention to him. If we say about Jonathan, then he was a shy boy who used to live in a separate house away from his parents. He doesn't talk much to anyone. He didn't have many doses either. He preferred to be alone, after which he cleans the store. Then the same strange man who was walking him around, he comes to him and knocks on the glass of the store and then left from there, which Anna then does not understand seeing this. Well, he was back in his house when he sees a commercial on TV in which it was being told that you can call the girl for a night and spend friendship with her and many things with her. The girl's number is also given on the screen. He notes down the girl's number. I was also quite happy. He felt like the commercial was made for people like him. Now he quickly starts calling the number given on the screen where a girl from the other side speaks who tells her to give her name and asks him to meet the next night. When Jonathan Chip goes to his work the next day, he looks very happy, after which Jonathan leaves to meet Dina. He takes Dina with him from the address where she was standing outside a house. Both of them go to eat at a hotel. We were quite embarrassed by Jonathan. Jonathan had brought her to his house, where he first sketches Dina before Dina starts to get his attention. Dina was so beautiful that even Jonathan could not stop himself. When morning came, Jonathan was alone in his bed. Dina was missing from there. This seems very strange to Jonathan. He quickly goes to his store and tells everything to his owner. He was also a good friend of his. He starts laughing after hearing all these things. Jonathan tells her that I have a strange burning sensation on my body since last night. I do not understand what has happened to me. His owner says, look, if you believe me, I should go to the doctor because I do not know why I think this infection can spread slowly in your body too. Jonathan comes to his doctor and gets himself checked. The doctor does some tests of the part of his body where the infection occurred and says that it will take 2 days to warp its water. Apply this cream so that you will get relief. Jonathan comes out of the hospital and starts calling Dina again, but his number was switched off. He goes to her house from where he made Dina sit inside his car. He gets off and finds out that this was not Dina's house because there was another man there. He says, how can this happen? I picked up Dina from here last night. Jonathan still could not believe the man's words, so he himself started filtering inside his house. Then he sees some strange people sitting in that house who. He gets very scared seeing them staring. That is why he came back to his house where he starts calling Dina again. This time Dina's number was picked up by a man and says that there is no Dina's number and do not call here again. After this, Jonathan decides that Abu will find Dina in the hotel where they had dinner the previous night. Then Jonathan notices that there is a boy sitting in the hotel who has been staring at him for a long time. After some time, Joe Nathan gets a call from his owner, who says that you are going to get stuck in that sippet, so come to me quickly. Jonathan had gone to his house without thinking anything, but in that owner's house there is a lot of desertion and darkness everywhere. Even when Nathan reached there and started calling his owner in the house, he still heard a voice from a room that was from the owner of G's. He says, Jonathan, come in. When that difference goes, suddenly someone attacked him. Jonathan also attacks him in return and then the police also came there. Holding Jonathan. She wants to enter her honor's house and try to kill her. On the other hand, the doctor also comes to the police station who examined Jonathan. He says that we did not know anything from your test and at the same time he has also shown a picture of his honor, which Jonathan says that I did not do all this. Now Jonathan's parents and owner are called, who tells me that Jonathan came to my house first and when I called it, it attacked me. He says, I didn't do that. However, he himself called me and called me home. Hearing this, the owner says no, Jonathan is lying. I didn't call him. Jonathan's mom and dad also thought Black had become ill because of being alone as a mother of 3. That's why he needs a good doctor. Even after going there, he starts having strange thoughts. He felt like someone was keeping an eye on him, then he realized that his hand was getting too much dismissal. The infection that was earlier on his body was now spreading everywhere. The next morning, Jonathan's dad takes him home with him so he can take care of his son. But Jonathan didn't want to be with them. He goes back to his apartment. If his mom and dad explain to him that look, you stay so late tonight. At night when he was sleeping on his bed, he had a dream, because of which his eyes were opened. He sees a drama shadow in his house, seeing which he started making a covenant. Who's there? Then his mom and dad also get shocked, and his dad was forcing him to feed him medicine and ask him to sleep. But Jonathan did not want to eat that medicine. He was trying to convince everyone that he is not crazy, but then he gave his dad a chance and got out of the window and starts running. But after a while, Mayo was conscious. He also stole a bicycle and reached Gaia Station, where he sees a poster which had a picture of the same boy who was staring at him sitting in the hotel. It was written on that poster that the soul knows about ghosts. That is why Jonathan takes down the poster and reached the address written on it, which is a hotel. There was a receptionist lady sitting there, who Nathan shows her the poster and asks about the girl and tells everything about herself. Hearing this, she gives him some things of ritual magic and tells him the address of that boy, that only she can tell whatever is happening to you. Gotta meet the boy. Jonathan Pay quickly reached the address, where he sits and reads a book that was in things to him, which the receptionist lady had given it. And we find out here that the witches are shadowed over the public money. Then the girl with the bottle also came there, who sees and tells that a girl has put the project under her control. Black magic has been done on you. It is some cult people who are supporting Satan. They prey on someone who likes to be alone, and the same thing has happened to you. The girl named has done magic on you, so that now a black string will start becoming a black thread in the green dress, and if you do not remove it from your body yourself, then that thread will be yourself. He will come and kill you. Jonathan also gets this Tina on her words, because everything had happened to Jonathan what she was telling. That is why he gives him a knife, hits that knife on his arm, and when he was pulling that black thread which causes him a lot of pain, and due to this pain, he left that thread there, which also makes him unconscious. When morning came, Jonathan was in the same place as the man next to him, which we saw at the beginning of the story. Jonathan had not yet understood anything. He leaves from there. On the way, he sees the man who met him at Dina's house leaving his house. Taking advantage of this, Jonathan goes inside the man's house, but there he did not find anything. Then he feels a sound from above. When he goes upstairs and looks, there was Dina lying there, whose condition was very bad. His situation was exactly like Jonathan. He pointed to her, panting. Let's try to explain something. In that painting, it was shown how the devil kills his prey. Actually, it was yesterday who used to worship the devil and make weak people their prey and create black string, black thread in their body for the devil, and the devil then kills that man and satisfies his hunger, and those people first made Dina their victim, and when Dina met Jonathan, all these things started to affect her. The people of that cult have returned to the house. That is why he starts running away from there with a knife with him. They came in front of him and tried to catch him. But Jonathan shows them a knife and runs away with his bicycle. Now he had come to his owner and came and told him the whole truth, who says after hearing it, I do not think, Jonathan, whatever you are saying is true. You've gone crazy. He calls the police. In a short time, the police also came to catch him, who also tells the whole truth to the policeman like crazy. But no one was ready to believe him. They took him with them. A few days later, Jonathan. He was shifted because everyone thought that his brain condition had deteriorated. Day by day, Jonathan's condition started deteriorating because he now saw a chain of black string in the whole hospital. He looks at him and reaches a room where he sees a man wearing a black head who was a member of him yesterday and tells Jonathan that you are going to go to our devil soon. Hearing this, Jonathan starts screaming loudly. When a man from the hospital comes to him, he sees that there was no one there. It wasn't just the public who was screaming banana. He asks Joe to take him with him to rest. When after some time all the people of the hospital are busy in their work, Jonathan tries to escape from the hospital. But then the hospital people saw him. They catch him and make him unconscious with an injection. When he regained consciousness, his hands and feet were now closed. Then he came to himself. Looks at the devil, who was quite creepy in appearance. He comes on top of Jonathan and starts removing the black string cord from his body, due to which Nathan was suffering a lot and dies in such pain. When the nurse went to his room in the morning, she was scared to see Jonathan dead because his condition was very bad. He shouted and called everyone there. Jonathan holds the same knife in his hand that was given to him by the boy who told it the truth of the David devil and told about the people of tomorrow. No one believed the poor man and was killed unnecessarily. Then we are shown another girl in the same story who was standing on the road asking for a lift. That's when we see the people of him could inside the car, who also occupied Dina's house. They put the boy in the car and take him away from there. This means that the next victim of those cult people was this girl. The story of the film also ends here.